Just from watching, this seems to be, as far as intensive match simulation and stamina base, like trying to stretch you guys, would this be one of the hardest ones that you've had since you've been at the club? It seems to be over the last 6-week period, just keeps going on and on and on.
Yeah, they keep hitting us up pretty much every day, so it has been one of the toughest ones. We've spent probably the most time out on the track that I can remember, but it's been pretty good. We've had really good numbers, and hopefully that can continue into the season, keeping a lot of people out in the park.
How much has it evolved since you started, like the actual pre-season? Has it changed in what they emphasise from when you first started to now?
Yeah, I think every year is hard, and there's a lot of conditioning sort of stuff. But I think we've done the conditioning within our football training as well, rather than just a lot of standalone running. You do have those sessions, but as the years sort of have come on, I think we've got a little bit smarter with the way we work.
And more stamina based as well under pressure, is that fair to say?
Yeah, definitely more stuff under physical pressure and mental pressure even.
Narendra, then Geraldton.
Yeah.
Chris, how do you approach those games?
Yeah, I suppose it's going to be pretty high. I've seen the forecast of Narendra is like 46 or something, so hopefully we can stay out of that. But yeah, I think you just got to approach it like any game. We'll prepare pretty well. We'll get over to Narendra on Thursday, get a feel of things and have a run around.
Are you keen to play a bit of both games?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind playing all of the NAB Cup, well, JLT, whatever it's called these days. Yeah, I don't mind having a kick.
Are you talking today, and a lot of talk that a lot of the older, more experienced blokes might be missing? Might you just lead this side on the weekend? Has that been spoken about yet?
Yeah, no, none of that. I think there'll be, this team will take over. It's probably a little bit youngish, but there'll be sprinkled through some senior players as well. So, yeah, we're just going to go out there and start the year off with a good game.
You had 2 big recruits over the off-season. Can you tell us, first of all, just your experience working alongside one, Sam Mitchell, and then Petrie as well? Yeah,
both of them obviously very experienced and can bring a lot of knowledge to our team. And Mitch, sort of in this coaching role as well, he's almost like having Simo out in the field. So that's going to be pretty handy for us. And Jury, just the way he prepares and how much of a professional he is, it's a good example for everyone, myself and then all the young kids as well.
What have you learnt off Sam Mitchell so far?
Just the way he trains and the things he does at training and the way he can move people with just little tiny movements of his head almost. The little things like that you pick up with the way you train, you try to mimic them yourself. And I don't know if I do it anywhere near as good as him, but if you can steal some stuff off him, it'll be good.
For a bloke like you, is there still a bit of awe about a 4-time premiership star and now a Brownlow medalist?
Yeah, me and Shuri and myself, when we found out the news he was coming, we actually exchanged a few text messages of what we were going to say in the text message to Mitch. So we're a little bit nervous about it, but it all went well. And he's here now, and he's a good fellow. Liking playing with him.
Can you tell us what you said?
No, I can't tell you that.
Chris, where do you want to take your game? You've become a pretty consistent player over the last sort of 3 years. Where do you see you going? What would you like to do this year with your game? Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting forward and kicking a couple more goals. I've been pretty bare on that end for a while, and I think I just need to keep being consistent, I suppose, playing my role of evolving and maybe moving around the ground a little bit more than being just stuck out on a wing or whatever it is. So, I've got to put my best foot forward like a lot of the players and, make sure I'm playing the best so I can be in the team. Can you ask the coach that? Like at the end of the season, can you sort of say, gee, I'd love the chance to do, or do you get asked to do that? Yeah, there's a little bit of to and fro with that. I think if you want to do it, you're okay to ask Simo, but Simo might have some ideas about what he wants to do as well. Every player's sort of different, and every year you sort of got to evolve. So, yeah, it's one of those ones.
It'd be tougher to keep your spot this year. You spoke about it then. I mean, Liam Duggan, you hope improves, and Dom Sheed hopefully doesn't get injured and plays more footy, and then you got Mitchell. Does that make it a little bit tougher? Yeah. For guys like you who have been regular members of the team? Yeah, absolutely. I think there's a lot of spaces in the team up for grabs, and with the amount of numbers we've had and obviously the youth that's coming through, and then a player like Mitch as well, there's only so many players you can put out in the field and only so many midfielders you can have. So absolutely you've got to be on top of your game every week, otherwise there's going to be pressure.
Is that what the side needs, do you think, especially the midfield group, to take a step from last year? Yeah, absolutely. It can only be a good thing, having that sort of pressure from underneath, and you have to perform, otherwise your spot is up for grabs. So I quite like it. It's a good problem to have, I think, for our team.
Couple of sessions we've been at, there's been a little fight, I suppose is not the right word, but a few little tussles. Does that sort of sum up the, not the worry in players, but their ability to try and get in the team and do whatever they can at training?
Yeah, I don't know about that. I think it's pre-season's pretty long, and you're playing on a Jackson Nelson, like you watch him at training, he'll throw a few punches around, so you've got to give him back too. So I think it's just, yeah, a bit of white line fever there.
Chris, I don't know if you heard what Nick Nat said yesterday. He said, you know, he hopes to get back this year, but if it's round 1, 2018, so be it. Is that a little bit deflating when you hear him say?
No, I think he's just being cautious as well. I think there's no reason that he needs to, you know, push himself beyond anything that he might re-injure it. So I think he's aiming to get back this year, and we're looking for him to get back this year. But if it doesn't happen, you know, that's just how it's going to be. But it's obviously a big injury, and he's quite a big person with a lot of weight going through it. So you just got to be careful.
How much work have you done as a midfield group on preparing to not win a lot of taps potentially this year? And has Sam been able to help you with that? He's been talking about he's never had a dominant ruckman before, and he's quite good at sharking other ruckman's taps. Has he helped you out with that this year as a group?
Yeah, I suppose we do a lot of work around stoppages, but that's every year. And with the ruckman, you've got Jury and Vards and Big Gilesy doing it now. So we haven't really had that at training all year, that dominance by one particular ruckman. So yeah, I think that's going to come. A lot of last year we didn't have Nick Nat either. So we've had a little bit, but yeah, we're going to get a good look at it this year. See how it goes.
Chris, any of the younger players that might step out in the round that have impressed you?
Yeah, I think there's quite a few younger players that could play really well. It was a little bit disappointing because Willie won't be down there because he's been really good. I'm not sure where Duggo's at, but you've got players like Domi Sheed and Elliot Yeo who are youngish, they're 20, 21, and they're really ready to step up, and they've had an amazing pre-season, so it'll be interesting.
Did you lose your time trial crown this year, Master?
Nah.
Was it Tom Wayne? Did someone get close to beating him?
Oh, he got close, he had to go, but sniffed him in the end, so it was all right.